Hi BookTube, it's Eleanor here, and today on my TBR shelf tour I'm taking you through my adult science fiction and fantasy shelf, which is here behind me. These are the books that I consider to be adult science fiction and fantasy. They may not be entirely correct, some of them might be more on the young adult side, but this is my sort of splitting up, so to speak, on my TBR shelf. So I'm going to take you through all of these books now. United Nations Frontier Service 1, 2 and 3 by John A. Wells. The Herald of Valdemar, which includes Arrows of the Queen, Arrow's Flight and Arrow's Fall by Mercedes Lackey, and a Valdemar novel, Foundation, The Collegian Chronicles by Mercedes Lackey. The Long Earth by Terry Pratchett and Stephen Baxter. The Paper Magician by Charlie N. Homburg. Dark Eden by Chris Beckett. Blackbirds by Chuck Wendig. Embassy Town by China Miéville. The Sparrow by Mary Doyer Russell. The Thinking Woman's Guide to Real Magic by Emily Croy Barker. House of the Rising Sun by Kristen Painter. Midnight Crossroad by Charlene Harris. The Written by Ben Galley. Ice Cream Star by Sandra Newman. Dune by Frank Herbert. A Kiss of Shadows and A Caress of Twilight by Laurel K. Hamilton. These are part of the Merry Gentry series. The Rook by Daniel O'Malley. The Circle by Dave Eggers. The Mask of the Red Death by Bethany Griffin. The Oversight by Charlie Fletcher. City of Stairs by Robert Jackson Bennett. The Princess Bride by William Goldman. Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson. Best Served Cold by Joe Abercrombie. Among Thieves by Douglas Hulick. Bloodbound by Rachel Vincent. Wolf in White Van by John Darnell. The Air Affair by Jasper Ford. Theft of Swords by Michael J. Sullivan. Shades of Grey by Jasper Ford. Heartwood by Freya Robertson. The First 15 Lives of Harry August by Claire North. The Spirit Thief by Rachel Aaron, also known as Rachel Back, one of my favourite authors who wrote Fortune's Pawn. The Golem and the Genie by Helen Wecker. The Well by Catherine Chanter. The Name of the Wind and the Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. A Dance with Dragons Part 2 After the Feast by George R.R. Martin. Chimes by Anna Smale and The Hawley Book of the Dead by Chrysler Slalin. Michael Faber's The Book of Strange New Things and The Looking Glass Wars by Frank Bedder. The Book of Life, which is the third in the All Souls trilogy by Deborah Harkness, and The 13 and a Half Lives of Captain Bluebeard, a novel by Walter Mears. Heart-Shaped Box by Joe Hill. House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielowski. And The Silent History by Eli Horowitz, Matthew Darby and Kevin Moffat. The Long Walk by Stephen King. Generation 5 or Generation V by M.L. Brennan, and Gabriel's Ghost by Linnea Sinclair. The Three by Sarah Lotz. Magic Bites by Iona Andrews, and The Peripheral by William Gibson. The Quick by Lauren Owen. 400 Billion Stars by Paul Macaulay, and The Book of Unholy Mischief by Ellie Newmark. Ships by Joe Graham. Snow Crash by Neil Stevenson, and The Prince of Thorns by Mark Lawrence. On the Edge by Iona Andrews. With the Lightings by David Drake, and Cordelia's Honour by Lois McMaster Bujold. The Waking Engine by David Edison, and The Summer Tree by Guy Gavriel Kay. Anne Rice box set, which includes The Vampire Lestat, Interview with the Vampire, Queen of the Damned and The Tale of the Body Thief. Stephen King's Dark Tower box set, which includes The Gunslinger, The Drawing of the Tree, The Drawing of the Three, The Wastelands and Wizard and Glass. The first 3 books in John Scalzi's Old Man's War series, that includes Old Man's War, The Ghost Brigades and The Last Colony. The Diamond Throne by David Eddings, Magician by Raymond E. Feist, Written in Red by Anne Bishop, Furies of Calderon by Jim Butcher, Bloodbath and Beyond by Michelle Rowan, Grim Space by Anne Aguirre, The Colour of Magic, The Light Fantastic, Equal Rights and Mort by Terry Pratchett, all books in the Discworld series, The Android's Dream and Agent to the Stars by John Scalzi, 5 books in the Parasol Protectorate series by Gail Carriger, which is Soulless, Changeless, Blameless, Heartless and Timeless. And finally, The Great Book of Amber, The Complete Amber Chronicles 1 to 10 by Roger Zelazny. So that was my adult science fiction and fantasy shelves. I hope you enjoyed that and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now, BookTube.